Alright, what's already it's Race Horror Night, and I'm gonna dive into something I don't normally talk about too much because I'm not a big fan of video games anymore. I used to be more as a kid, but I'm more into horror movies and just enjoying myself. But I want to dive back into 2006 a little bit. But first bring up that I am looking at my computer while I talk. But I've been keeping up with a little bit on the Frost situation on G4, and it's so sad when people act this way like her because yes, I will admit, as a male, I did enjoy watching G4 a little bit for Olivia Munn. It was fun a little bit, but I did enjoy that show for other news too because, see, back in '06, '08, I didn't have a computer. So my only way of knowing about this was to watch basic cable and on-demand channels, a little bit. And I came across G4 one day and I was just flabbergasted by how cool it was. I was enjoying it. They were, what they were represented was they surfed to the internet so you didn't have to. So I know people remember how that used to look. But yes, there were other reasons to watch the show. But I was excited, like many people, that G4 was coming back about a year ago. And it's like to have a person like this on there, Frost, who's just completely unattached to what the audience wants. I mean, I'm not a big fan of video games, but if I'm going to look a date up and then tell others, like, yeah, a game's coming out July 7th, I'm going to make sure it's actually coming out the day I'm talking and not go and say, oh, you're biased, sexist if you don't agree with what she says. It's like, oh my God. And the main fact of this comes down to a term that I like to use: economically viable. Things change in the world, people progress. Just like when I got online in 2011, when I first got on, I'm sorry, that's when I first got on with Netflix and stuff. And when I was doing it, I didn't even have a Roku box or anything. I was literally doing it where you had to get up every time towards your computer, to mess with it on Netflix. It's like I didn't have a remote or anything. It's like things change, things grow, shows progress, and to have someone like this act like you should just be happy to watch a show with someone yelling at you. It's like, I have a laptop now. I have a computer. I have a phone I'm using right now. I'd rather do what I want to do online and look up stuff. I don't need someone to tell me what to do while they're yelling online. I've had cab drivers talk to me that way. I've had my family talk to me that way. It's unnecessary. Like, more than me. So, little rant myself right there. But point in case, things do change in the world. Economically viable. I love that word. Things do change, though. And it has nothing to do with biasm, sexism, or not respecting women enough. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a show that's not necessary, G4. We don't need people to watch things online for us, and we pay them to tell us something we can look up. It's ridiculous. So if you want to leave a comment in the bottom section, feel free. Thumbs up would be great. If you enjoyed this video, thank you. Share it with your friends, and let me know what you think. Things move on,